Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. As the 2025 Argentina MotoGP Grand Prix draws near, Marc Marquez is not only looking to capitalize on his record-setting sprint performance but also to overcome a unique challenge, outperforming his own brother, Álex Marquez. With practice sessions full of record laps and a sprint race that delivered edge-of-your-seat action, the stage is set for a thrilling main race. In Saturday's Argentine MotoGP sprint, Francesco Bagnaia finished behind Marc and Alex Marquez for the third consecutive race. Despite a challenging weekend and a start that saw him languishing in 16th during practice, the Italian racer is optimistic about his progress, insisting that he's chipping away at the deficit to the Spanish duo. The Marquez brothers delivered another thrilling duel in the Argentine MotoGP sprint, with Álex Marquez pushing hard to challenge Marc but ultimately falling just short. Despite overcoming a whole-shot device issue at the start, the Gresini rider couldn't find a clear opportunity to attack his brother. As Álex reflects on what went wrong and what went right, he sets his sights on making further improvements for Sunday's main race. In a dramatic display at Tomás de Rio Hondo, Johan Zarco of LCR Honda delivered one of the weekend's standout performances. Despite expecting to stay with the Marquez brothers throughout the 12-lap sprint, early battles forced him to settle for fourth place, a result that marks Honda's best sprint performance since Marc Marquez's podium in Valencia 2023. Massimo Marigali described as a perfect result. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. During the 12-lap sprint race, Marc Marquez shone brightly. He topped Friday practice with a new lap record, secured pole on Saturday, and led every lap of the sprint, finishing just 0.9 seconds ahead of his determined younger brother. Of course, was a very difficult victory because Álex was pushing a lot. Quote from Marc Marquez. Marc's race strategy was clear. Push hard enough to maintain the lead while managing tire wear and track conditions. Despite the relentless challenge from Álex, Marc found the right balance, ensuring the gap between them remained consistent throughout the race. I pushed some laps a little bit more, but always the gap never increased, so I just kept pushing. Beyond the general intensity, Marc pointed out a crucial insight: his brother's exceptional skill in specific sections of the circuit. At Turn 3 and Turn 6, Alex's performance stood out, making him the best of the grid in those corners, a factor that could be decisive in the main race. I mean, I know he was fast. I know he was super strong in Turn 3 and Turn 6. In those two corners he is amazing. He is the best of the grid at the moment in that kind of corners. Looking ahead to Sunday's Grand Prix, Marc acknowledges that while the sprint provided a platform for a strong performance, the main race will demand even greater finesse. He emphasized the need to adjust the bike's setup as track conditions evolve, underscoring the challenge of beating a consistently fast competitor, even if that competitor is his own brother. Tomorrow will be the main race and we need to keep working because looks like the track is changing practice by practice, and I think we can improve a bit with the bike setup. But tomorrow it will be tough to beat him because he is super constant. With the intensity of both practice and sprint races now behind him, Marc offers a glimpse into his expectations for the podium. He foresees a fiercely contested finish that could see him, Álex, and a formidable rival like Pecco Bagnaia sharing the top honors. I think the podium will be between me, Álex and Pecco Bagnaia, or Pecco, Álex and me. With family rivalry adding a personal twist to an already high-stakes contest, Marc Marquez's battle in Argentina promises to be more than just a race, it's a clash of legacies. As the main event approaches, all eyes will be on the track to see whether Marc can hold off his brother's relentless challenge and secure another memorable victory in his illustrious career. Bagnaia's weekend in Argentina has been one of perseverance and determination. After a difficult start in the opening practice session, where he found himself down in 16th place, the double MotoGP champion managed to claw his way back into a top 3 finish during the sprint. Finishing almost 4 seconds behind his new Ducati Lenovo teammate, Marc Marquez, Bagnaia's performance marked the biggest gap to victory he's experienced this season. Bagnaia took to Instagram to share his thoughts, admitting, "This track has always been difficult for me to interpret. I've never been able to express our full potential and have always struggled." Despite the familiar hurdles, he sees a silver lining in his effort, noting that a podium finish in a track where he's never previously been in the top 3 gives him renewed confidence. In a candid media interview, Bagnaia broke down exactly where he's losing valuable time. "We've managed to reduce the gap a bit compared to Marc and Alex, but we still need something more to be closer to them. I've identified 2 points on the track where we can improve," he explained. Specifically, the Italian pinpointed turns 6 and 11 as the corners where his performance is lacking. "It's clear where we're losing time, specifically at turns 6 and 11, and now we need to make a step forward ahead of tomorrow, but we remain calm and collected," Bagnaia added. These insights are expected to be key as his team hones in on refining their strategy and bike setup, aiming to convert small gains into a significant competitive advantage in the upcoming Grand Prix. While the Marquez brothers have continued to dominate the sprint sessions, this being the 3rd consecutive race where they have outpaced Bagnaia, the Italian is undeterred. He remains focused on closing the points gap, which currently stands at 19 points behind Marc and 8 points behind Álex in the early World Championship standings. Looking back at his recent performances, Bagnaia's deficit has been notably variable, plus 3.423 seconds from Marc in the Thai sprint, plus 2.398 seconds in the Thai GP, and plus 3.859 seconds in the Argentine sprint. These numbers illustrate both the challenge he faces and the progress he's making. With Sunday's Grand Prix on the horizon, all eyes will be on whether Bagnaia can build on this momentum and prevent another Marquez 1-2, shifting the championship dynamics as the season intensifies. As the Argentine Grand Prix draws near, Francesco Bagnaia's focused approach and willingness to adapt provide a glimpse of hope for his championship challenge. With a clear understanding of where he can improve and a drive to close the gap on the Marquez brothers, the Italian rider is set to test his newfound momentum on race day. Stay tuned as the battle for supremacy continues on the track. Alex's race got off to a tricky start due to a holeshot device mishap. Failing to brake hard enough into turn 1 meant the front device stayed engaged longer than expected, costing him crucial time. By the time he corrected it, Marc had already pulled out a 0.582 second advantage. "I started well, but I had a small issue, my fault, that I didn't brake hard enough at the first corner and didn't disengage the front device. So I kept that until turn 3. For that reason, Marc made a big gap in that point." Quote from Alex Marquez. Despite the setback, Álex fought back quickly, closing the gap on lap 2 and keeping Marc under pressure throughout the race. The brothers traded faster laps until lap 8, when Marc's consistency in the 1 minute and 37 seconds range proved decisive, allowing him to secure a 0.903 second victory. "The pace was super fast, in the 37s, and I didn't have a clear chance, honestly, to overtake him in any moment." While Marc praised Alex's strength in turns 3 and 6, Álex acknowledged where his brother had the upper hand. Turns 1, 2, and 3 proved more challenging for Álex, and he pinpointed turn 5 as a critical area for improvement. "Turn 5 is where I lost the most time compared to him. How he rides the bike there is super clean, and it's really nice to see because he's doing things in a perfect way." With another strong podium finish secured, Álex remains optimistic about his chances in Sunday's Grand Prix. Tire management will play a bigger role, and he plans to refine his approach during warm-up to be more consistent in key sections of the track. "Tomorrow will be a different story because we need to manage more the rear tire, but I feel confident for that also." While Marc has taken all 3 wins since joining Ducati Lenovo, Alex's consistent runner-up finishes have been one of the biggest surprises of the season. sitting just 11 points behind Marc in the championship. Álex knows maintaining this pace will be crucial for his title hopes. "I'm super happy. 3 podiums out of 3, but we need to keep this pace up." Álex Marquez may have fallen short of victory in Argentina, but his rapid progress this season is impossible to ignore. With a few key adjustments, he could mount an even stronger challenge in Sunday's Grand Prix. Can he finally break Marc's winning streak, or will his older brother continue to reign supreme? The battle continues in what promises to be another thrilling race. Zarco started the weekend in style by locking in the first row on the grid, a first for Honda since the 2023 Italian GP. With his bike perfectly dialed in, he entered the sprint confident in his ability to fight at the front. "I must be happy with the 4th position today," he reflected, recognizing that a strong qualifying session was just the beginning of an intense battle on track. The sprint quickly turned into a test of grit and determination. Although Zarco was expected to remain alongside Marc and Alex Marquez, he found himself in early duels with Fabio Quartararo and Pedro Acosta. Dropping to 6th off the line, he fought hard to claw his way back up, ultimately finishing just 1.167 seconds behind Ducati's Pecco Bagnaia. "I expected to stay with Álex and Marc, but I had to fight a bit with Acosta and Quartararo," Zarco admitted, emphasizing the razor-thin margins that separate the podium from the rest of the field. Beyond his individual performance, Zarco's result is a bright spot for Honda, which is steadily evolving its package. Teammate Joan Mir, despite a challenging start that left him in 8th, acknowledged the improvements. "I made a bad start. I lost a bit of positions at the start. Then it was difficult to overtake, but we were able to have a consistent pace and be quite fast," Mir noted. He added that while there's still room for improvement, especially in corner exits, the overall progress from last season is encouraging. This combined narrative of individual grit and team evolution paints a promising picture for Honda moving forward. With the Argentine Grand Prix on the horizon, Zarco is already planning his next move. Confident in his pace and the potential of his LCR Honda, he believes that a tweak in tire choice and an improved start could turn today's 4th place into a podium finish. "It was tough to come back on Pecco, but I can be very happy with the P4 and still hope tomorrow with a different tire choice to get some advantage and play for the podium," he explained. As the team fine-tunes their approach, every fraction of a second counts in the battle for championship points. Johann Zarco's spirited sprint performance, underscored by close battles and strategic insights, has set the stage for an exciting Argentine Grand Prix. With Honda making significant strides and the promise of further improvements, all eyes will be on Zarco as he aims to convert pace into podium glory in the main event. Stay tuned as the drama continues on the track. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you next time.